I try to plan my level Earth observation to match with low tide, without much wind, and if possible catch a great sunrise at the same time. Of course things don't always go as planned. When the sun is blocked, and most of the land is blocked, by haze, fog or refraction, I look for fishing boats.
We're seeing pretty much that whole boat, other than the wake it's creating.
Our local fishing boats are 12, 14 and 16 feet high to the top deck, with 3 or more feet of their height below the waterline.
It looked like a rock up there, but I know that it was way further than, plus there's no rocks that really stick out of the water. So that's pretty cool. About 14 feet high to the top deck, maybe only 12.
These fishing boats do not disappear due to curvature blocking them from view. What really happens is angular size and resolution. They appear to get smaller and smaller until they are unresolvable, and blend into the sky and water. On these hazy mornings, I will focus on the furthest thing I can see, and then scan across the horizon, looking for those fishing boats that defy curvature. Notice, as I bring the zoom back, that we see an island on the left. That's Isle Haute, 328 feet high, and 28 miles away. On days, without refraction mirroring away the bottom of the island, I show the 2 points of the island, which are less than 90 feet. There has to be 185 feet of curvature blocking them, yet I see those points. On those clear days without refraction, I also see mainland Nova Scotia 46 to 60 miles away. I will try to remember to add a link to a couple my videos that show this. That point usually angles down into the water, and goes for a long way out, but today it's mirrored and looks like it has a round nose. Where there is mirroring, caused by refraction, it can be much harder to debunk Earth's alleged curvature. The mirrored point on the left is 16 miles away, and looks like a round nose. However, the point on the right, at 19 miles away, is not showing any of the point that comes out at the waterline. It is 3 miles further, and the mirroring has blocked the bottom 30 feet, or more. It wasn't supposed to be this cloudy, but I love the color. It was also refracted by mirroring that blocks where the water meets the land. It can make it really tough trying make observations that show that lack of curvature. Those 2 points, on the left and right, usually come to a point and go far out into the water. Note this platform is 125 feet above sea level, same height as the lighthouse light. My camera is 127 feet above sea level. The sky went from this cool red and yellow, to really amazing, and it happened in just seconds. I was ready to leave, to go for my beach walk, 10 clicks down the road, so glad I decided to have a granola bar first.
Oh, it's just amazing. Couldn't get here yesterday, and yesterday the sun would have probably been right behind these. But this is pretty cool. Well, that's actually straight behind it. Couldn't ask for more. A few minutes earlier it looked like it was more to the left before I could actually see the disc. Amazing.
This day the sky was not quite as cool, but the refraction or mirroring is far less intense, allowing me to see close to the water. And I was able to get down from 125 feet above sea level to a 60-foot camera level. And look here, that's Martin Head, an 80-foot high island, 21 miles away. This is 60 feet above sea level, which calls for 88 feet of curvature. Let's do the math. I want you to understand, this math is not from flat earthers, it's math that shows the specific, alleged curvature, for a globe Earth 25,000 miles round. And after 5 years of searching for this alleged curvature, I have not been able to find a single measurable inch of curvature. I also want you to notice this little bump coming up. It's a 400-foot high hill behind Quaco Head, and 43 miles away. There should be 750 feet of curvature. That's 350 feet of missing globe Earth curvature. Again, you cannot find curvature to match the demand.
Quaco, right there. Excellent. 43 miles away. Right across here. Very clear this morning.
There should be 28 feet of curvature to the point on the left, 16 miles away, from my 60-foot eye level. The fact we see that point extending out into the water debunked curvature to 16 miles. The point on the right should have 60 feet of curvature, which would be blocking the base, and most of the height of those trees. The high spot on the hill is 25 miles away, and 100 feet high, with 20-foot trees. There should be 160 feet of curvature blocking 100% of that 120-foot hill, which includes those trees. The turbines, 30 miles away, are 300 feet to where the blades join. The demanded curvature for 30 miles is 280 feet, leaving only 20 feet of tower visible. I showed you there was zero curvature to the 400-foot hill looking west 43 miles. Looking east I showed you there is zero curvature to 30 miles away. I showed you both views, east and west, adding up to 73 miles with zero measurable curvature. Let's talk angular size and resolution. It's what happens when we see things at distance, like this 6-foot-tall lady, and her cute dog. I did not see her and then zoom in. I zoom down the beaches all the time to see what I can see at distance. When objects move away from us, or we move away from them, their apparent size decreases. They don't actually decrease in size, it's optical. The math for measuring curvature is miles times 0.666. Yes, that's the number of beast in the Bible. A 6-foot-tall person looking 6 miles should encounter 6 feet of curvature. Again, the number of the beast, 666. Earth curvature calculators say, looking from sea level, there is 0.666 feet of curvature in 1 mile. In 10 miles, looking from sea level, there should be 66.6 feet of curvature. And 100 miles, looking from sea level, there should be 6,667 feet of curvature. Notice as I bring the zoom back, it's not just the lady whose angular size changes, the entire scene does. That was just a mile away. Imagine if we did this from 30 miles away, like those wind turbines. The trees here at Cape and Rage are pretty much the same kind and size on the points in that 100-foot high hill. They appear to be smaller the further out we look, such as the 16-mile point and then to the 19-mile point. That apparent size change was over a 3-mile distance. That hill between the points is another 5 miles away, even more angular size change, yet the trees are the same size. Look at the space between the turbine and the trees on the hill. The angular size change tells us that we see a lot more than 20 feet, which debunks curvature to the turbines. Now if we cut down those 20-foot trees on the top of the hill, we would see about 60 feet below the turbines. Remember that lady and her dog. She is 6 feet tall, and a mile away. She was not visible to the naked eye. Now think about that happening 30 times as far. There is zero measurable curvature to 30 miles away. I hope you enjoyed that sunrise. I was kind of spellbound by it.
Oh, it's just amazing.
It is important for each one of us to try and prove the things we were taught in public schools.
Couldn't get here yesterday, and yesterday the sun would have probably been right behind these. But this is pretty cool. Well, that's actually straight behind it. Couldn't ask for more. A few minutes earlier it looked like it was more to the left before I could actually see the disc. Amazing.
I learned, at age 65, that we all were programmed as children, for at least a decade. The programming, really called indoctrination, affected our brain, and most people go to their grave believing lies designed to hide God, our Creator. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Our truth is being hidden by Google's algorithms, so it would be great if you shared this video. If you would like to be notified when I upload videos, click subscribe. God told us to prove what we can. Now I see why we were told to verify what we are told.